Hello, everyone. It's Alexis with Create Your Future, and I'm back today, you guys, with another video. Today, I have a really exciting and touching success story about how one of my clients, through coaching with me, she worked on her self-concept and also some of her deeper childhood wounds, which helped her manifest some really exciting movement with her SP, and things are really changing for her in her reality. So it's a really exciting success story. And I'm also going to be going over the subconscious mind, your childhood programming, and how that plays a part into anything that you're manifesting. So pretty juicy. Before I get started, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Please hit the bell icon in the box below, and you get notified every time that we post new videos. Okay, you guys, also, today, I have like a watermelon color nail polish with gold flakes in it. I'm not really sure if you can see, but I've been getting requests for nail colors, and whoever manifested this one, bravo. It just came to me when I was at the nail salon. So I think somebody picked this for me and sent me the thought. Really interesting. All right, you guys. So about the success story. Oh, by the way, if you still want to give me ideas for my nail color, you can add that in the description box below too. That'd be really fun. I've been loving the ideas, and I have so many ideas for like the next year for my nails. All right. So anyways, I'm going to try to stay on topic. Okay. So this client, what's really interesting and what is so touching about this success story is that this client, when she first started coaching, she was getting movement with her SP. Things would happen, things would change. They'd see each other, but then she would kind of hit a wall. So I think this is something that a lot of I myself have suffered from, a lot of my clients encounter, and then I think a lot of our subscribers must, about you kind of are doing the mental diet, you're doing your intentions, doing your affirmations, doing what you're told, and then you kind of hit a wall where you feel like there's either a moment of crying, you have a meltdown, you get off the mental diet, or something triggers it. So I noticed this would happen with her, and we dug deeper, and through our process, we figured out some of the wounds that she had in childhood and that were manifesting in a block, or they were manifesting in her not really being open to love, not being open to receiving love, and not knowing how to receive love in her physical body and have the thoughts for love. So I'm not going to go into her childhood, obviously, because that's giving away too much information, but I just can't always stress enough the value of having someone else, a coach such as me or someone else, to look at your situation and help you dissect it, because we oftentimes, we're in our circumstance, we're in our situation, and we really can't see the beliefs and the thoughts that we have behind what we're manifesting. So like I've always said, you know, if you need help, we're here to help you, and that's what we do every day. All right, so now, like I said, this client had a lot of things that were going on with the SP, and they were in communication, they were in contact, but they didn't see each other yet for regular dates. They weren't having like a lot of phone conversations, and there wasn't a lot of lovey-dovey communication between them. So this might be, you could see that they were in an initial zone, even though I really don't like labels of it being a friend zone or something like that. So if this speaks to you, then this could also give you some inspiration for your own situation, which is very fun. All right, I'm just going to pull it up. And I'm going to read this because I think it's really helpful to everybody, because she explains where she was at. All right. So she does say that she's sorry that it's a little bit long. Okay, here we go. I've been doing coaching with Alexis, and she has really helped me figure out my blocks. I really hope you share this on your channel. You're welcome. I'm sharing it because I really think this story shows how much the right and strict mental diet is the key to success. Over the last 2 to 3 months, I have been getting some really great results here and there, and things really started to happen for me in the 3D. As Alexis has been saying, I have been going through the fire, and there was a time where I felt like I had hit rock bottom and felt incredibly empty and stressed out with so many thoughts to fight in my head. I had a coaching session with Alexis for about a week ago, and sure, things have turned around quickly from not feeling good at all to complete success. I mean, you guys, so sweet. Alexis has had me work on some affirmations for the unconditional love for myself and the healing of wounds from my childhood. She also gave me some affirmations about me feeling the competition about other women, even if there is no competition at all, ... Okay, it all happened a few days ago when we were hanging out with some of our friends, and we decided to go home together. I had been drinking a bit, but I was still on top of my thoughts the whole time. When we got home to my place, we talked and cuddled, and then he asked me if I am still interested in him, and he told me he had been thinking about me a lot for a while now. So interesting, it was always happening behind the scenes. I think that must have been the most special night I have ever had. I have to admit, even though I have made a huge breakthrough, I still have had some thoughts fighting in my head, but the fire is shut down, and I can see that everything is falling into place. I want everyone to know that it took me a while to get here. I have been consciously manifesting for my SP since March of last year, and this is a very recent client. So March, so it's a little bit over a year, okay? Everyone is different, and there have been a lot of times where there have been questioning and doubting. With the right intentions and the right mental diet, you really get results. And it's also a process from thinking from a human perspective, she puts in quotations, to knowing that everyone is you pushed out. There are a lot of good things that have been happening, but I don't want to share on the channel because she wants to keep it pretty anonymous. And she also stresses that she'll be having multiple sessions more to work on maintaining their relationship. Much love. All right, you guys. So what's really important to think about here is that this client, she stuck with the process. So this isn't to be discouraging. It's really to be encouraging that wherever you are in your journey with yourself and with your SP, please accept it and see it and view it and label it as the most perfect, beautiful, and correct journey for you. Because just like this client, you can turn it around. It just takes diligence and persistence. And like she emphasized, there were a lot of things that were happening for her unconsciously, and beliefs and thoughts that she had about love, about relationships, about her being accepted, and really about her not being accepted was the main thing here from her childhood that was still playing itself out in her adulthood. And once she began affirming for the opposite of that, it began to change the belief. So it really changed her unconscious mind just through her mental diet and her affirmations. And then she pushed out the version of her that could allow love to come to her, that could allow her to be chosen, allow her to be cherished, allow herself to be valued, and allow herself to have the SP come to her. Because the cool thing, like you heard in the story, she wasn't doing anything. She was really in a place of allowing and acceptance. And then what a cool story that they ended up being intimate together and they were cuddling, and he had been thinking about her the whole time. All right. So this is also for you out there that have the affirmation of, he's thinking about me constantly. He's thinking about me all the time. It's always being overheard because it's just how things work. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is, what are our beliefs? What are our thoughts? And what are our feelings? And then how does that whole process that's always operating from your subconscious mind influence your manifesting and influence your reality? All right. So I've used this prop in other videos before, but I find it to be really helpful because what we know, oh, and just a little bit of background. If you're not aware, I haven't said it in a while in a video, I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I did clinical hypnotherapy for a number of years before I came to Create Your Future. And I have clinical training in the subconscious mind. So that's how I know all this nerdy stuff. All right, so let's pretend that this is you and that this is your mind, okay? And that there's three parts to your brain. There's your conscious mind, there's your subconscious mind, and that there's all the thoughts and the beliefs that are in the subconscious mind that direct the conscious mind what to do. Okay, so to break it down without looking at the fun gizmo, is that your conscious mind is about 5 to 8%. So your conscious thinking is 5 to 8% of your brain. Your subconscious mind is the rest. So the 92 to 95% of your brain is subconscious. Within the subconscious mind are your thoughts and your beliefs, and the beliefs that you have held on to and your thoughts that then project into your conscious mind and give you automatic thoughts, which you project out into your reality. Okay, now, for everyone from ages 0 to 7, so that also includes when you're in the womb, by the way, which is really interesting. You were like a little being in whatever situation you were in, and you downloaded into yourself your thoughts about love, relationships, what a mother is, what a father is, what a person's role is, and how you expect yourself to be treated. So we really each, for our own individual journeys, and I walk my clients through a very unique process to do this, we want to understand, what might I have been taught to think? What might I have downloaded? What might be lurking in my subconscious mind about love, about relationships, because that's the topic of this video as usual, and about me receiving love, being a being of love, and getting that from my specific person, okay? Because as an example, you might get so far with your SP through your intention setting and your mental diet, and then you hit a wall, and that's a block, because there's something in your unconscious mind, a belief system that says, hey, you're not accepted. Hey, love isn't safe. You don't feel safe in love. We don't feel safe in love. We don't feel accepted. We don't feel cherished. And frankly, we don't know how to feel loved, accepted, and cherished at a subconscious level. Okay. So just remember too, that what we're always doing with the mental diet is we're using your conscious thinking, because that's all that I had this client do. I had her do affirmations that were using her conscious thinking to rewrite the belief systems so that she has a new belief about self-acceptance and love. She gets new thoughts to it, and then those thoughts influence the reality. Because if we dial it back a little bit, all those little gizmos, all the beliefs in your subconscious mind, They were first created by thought. It was a thought in the environment that you took on, and then a thought that you thought repetitively that became a belief. So with the mental diet, the coolest thing about the mental diet, you guys, is that we're doing the opposite in reverse to get the same results. So now we're thinking a new thought on purpose to change the belief system. So what you push out into your reality is a different viewpoint. It's a different assumption. Because I've said this in other videos, but in the law of attraction, we talk a lot about law of assumption, law of attraction, right? So assumptions and beliefs are the same thing, because the assumptions and the beliefs within your subconscious mind, again, create the automatic thought, and then that's what goes out into your reality, okay? So I hope this helps everybody, because you want to start really doing deeper work here with the mental diet, because that's where you see yourself getting the quickest results. With my clients, that's where I see when we can really dig into the story, you dig into things that maybe you don't want to look at, but it will really help you propel yourself forwards, because those things that you maybe haven't looked at are what are actually your blocks. All right. Now, and I would like to say too, is you don't have to do this process. You don't have to, this isn't childhood regression where I'm saying, thinking that it's great to talk about your childhood wounds in therapy for years, because it's not. We know that only reiterates the old story. It actually reiterates the old belief system. With this kind of process, what I'd like to encourage everyone to do is just do some it's a self-study in a way, but it's with the idea of having self-empowerment as the goal and the intention, because this is to really think about, like, what are my blocks here? And some questions that you can ask yourself are, one, do I feel safe and loved? Does it feel normal and natural for me to feel cherished and adored and treasured in love? Do I feel that relationships, commitment, and love come to me easily, naturally, and effortlessly? Does it feel like a thing that can just happen to me, that can come into my space, that can come into my awareness, and that can come into my consciousness? So those are just some ideas. Those weren't even questions I had written down. So funny, because these videos oftentimes become a thing of their own, but you can take ideas like that. You can ask questions like that to yourself, just to kind of understand what are your automatic thoughts about those topics, about safety, love, relationships, and then the feelings of love, which are, this is just a generalization, but feeling loved, adored, and treasured. Okay. So those are just some ideas. And that's really what this client did. And then you see that she changed her unconscious thinking. She changed her unconscious thoughts about it. And then she pushed out a whole new version of herself, because that's what she did. So the other thing to go over here is what you're always doing with the mental diet, and what you're doing with your affirmations is that you're creating the version of you that is loved, adored, cherished. Love comes to you. Love comes to me easily. Love stays with me, and that love loves to love me. I mean, if you rewind that and write them down, you could even put those into intentions. Now that I think about it, they're actually kind of cute. So what we're doing is accessing the version of you that doesn't have the old beliefs. It doesn't have the old thoughts, because there is a version of you that thinks thoughts, that's living from the end, that doesn't have the beliefs or the old assumptions that push out those negative automatic thoughts, right? So it's like there's a version of you in one reality that we're jumping into through quantum jumping with your thoughts and your mental diet, where the old version of you is dissolving. The old version is left behind, because literally those beliefs and those assumptions don't exist in that new version of you, which is pretty cool. All right, you guys. So that's what I have for the video for today, but really try to use this information to your advantage. Really think about this. Think about, what's my block to love? If you're manifesting for NSP, you can ask yourself these things so you can really get the ideas going. You can get them generated. You can get what you want, because just like I've said so many times, you can have, be, do anything that you want in this life. All you have to do is have the right thoughts and the right mental diet to accompany that dream. Okay. So before I go, just a reminder that I am available for one-on-one coaching, and the link to book coaching with me is in the box below. And I have 2 self-study courses that are now available. One is called Get Your SP Now, that goes through the quantum physics about our quantum reality and how projection is perception. So whoever you perceived your SP to be is how you project out into your reality. And I take you through various exercises to recreate your SP. And you could frankly use this course. I have some clients who are getting a lot of success in using it as an SP for anyone. So family members, remember that an SP is anybody. It can even be a special pet. Just saying. I think it's pretty cute. All right, so I have the second course that's called How to Become a Master Manifester, and that's specifically designed for anyone that has been through hardship, whether in their adult life or in their childhood, and wants to reprogram safety, security, and strength at the foundational level so that you can feel safe, secure, and strong to manifest anything you want with your mental diet. All right, so that's my video for today. I sure hope that you've enjoyed it and that it's given you inspiration to stay on your mental diet, to know that just like this client, you can keep on persisting. Please, you guys, if there's nothing else that you take away from this, just know that you can have whatever you want as long as you're persisting in the thoughts. You stay the course, just like this client. You go through the fire and you go through and we release all the limiters, all those blocks, all those limiting beliefs that, you know, for most of us have been in place for a long time. So keep on trucking, keep on staying on that strict mental diet, and you can have whatever you want, you guys. All right, so I'll see you in the next video and have an awesome day. Bye.